We just got done watching the 1982 sword and sorcery classic, The Beastmaster, starring a well-oiled Mark Singer, directed by Don Coscarelli. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Who you may remember as the director of the Phantasm series. Now, normally I would like to do this as a Blu-ray review, but this has not made the jump from DVD to Blu-ray, and in fact, this DVD, the last release of this movie, came out 15 years ago. So this piece of plastic, 3 times as old as you are, and this movie is about 2 years older than me.
Or me.
It's a lot more than 2 years older than you. David Max Special Edition that came out in 2005. Typically goes for about $40+ on eBay. And that was a little too rich for my blood. Yeah, you can get it used, but something about discs, I always want to get them new. Now, there is a very popular, prevalent bootleg out there, this Korean release that usually goes for more in the $6 to $8 range. And it might be the most current bootleg I have in my collection, but I just couldn't really stand it. And I really wanted to get all of the special features of the Anchor Bay release. The movie was followed by 2 sequels, both of which have never made it off VHS, and a short-lived, well, not too short-lived, but a TV series that ran for 3 seasons or 66 episodes. So Iris, what did you think about the movie Beastmaster? Good. You gotta say it louder. You can't hear you. Good. Could you elaborate on that?
I like when ferrets just like walk around and steal the stuff.
So you like the animals in the movie? That is, of course, the thing that separates the Beastmaster from its more by-the-numbers compatriots. The Beastmaster, as you can probably tell from the title, can talk to creatures, and they help him in his quest for revenge and to...
And he can see in the animals' eyes.
Yes, they did use the animal vision filter quite a lot. Can you describe the plot of the movie to me?
Bad guys were walking and then destroyed his castle of his village, and then all the him was there, and then he was he was laying down, and then his dog was pulling him for safety before he died, and then stopped in the woods.
Yeah, I liked that bad guy. Gave me a very Road Warrior villain
Do you know,
feel.
one of the bad guys reminds me of a bat on their head. Looks like they have wings.
I think that was the idea behind that. Kind of make him look scary.
No, that didn't make me look scary. That makes me think of he has a bat head. A bat head.
Do you have a favorite part of the movie? Perhaps a favorite scene? What was it?
I like the ferrets when they bite a guy's pee-pee.
Yes. Right before he almost chops one of the 2 ferrets in half.
They start biting the guy's pee-pee.
Indeed, that does happen in the movie. There is a lot of ferret peril in this movie. There's a near ferret drowning that is definitely not effects, it's live action. I really like the fantasy elements in the Beastmaster, especially the weird bat people with their...
What bat people?
Where they dissolved the people with their wings. They put the wings around people and they turn into bones, and
Just like...
they have those little hooks at the end. But yeah, they kind of look like mummies. In fact, you mentioned during the movie that you thought they looked like mummies.
Just from far away.
Just from far away.
But up close kind of looks like a bat.
Yeah.
But if it's wings together, it looks like a mummy up close. But if it's like that, it looks like a bat. Or Dracula.
Yeah. There's a fun little... Go ahead.
Or that makes me think about Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty. How?
Maleficent when the fairies were trying to find her, and then um 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 um, she just did that.
Okay.
That's what reminds me of that.
That's a fair comparison. Definitely wasn't thinking about Maleficent when I was watching it. It's fun because for a few minutes there, it actually turned into just like a little bit of a horror movie with these, weird creatures. And I know you were like shaking a little bit over there during that part. That was fun.
And I was just like,
yeah,
putting my head down on you. Like
yeah,
that.
I recall. This movie seems to go on about 30 minutes too long. The Beastmaster kills the evil cult leader, frees the king and the kingdom, and then there's another battle at the end. And
what?
the battle does have a nice tie around with a scene that happened earlier in the movie. This is a 2-hour movie.
Why is there another battle?
I know. But, I appreciate it.
Because, in some, zombie movies or superhero movies that I've watched, just only one battle. But I never seen 2 battles because there have to be one battle because that's crazy if there's 2 battles.
Otherwise, I thought it was a really good movie. I would probably grade it... Yes.
Just petting you.
Okay. Otherwise, I thought this was a really good movie, and I think I would grade it about a 4 out of 5. One of the things I always liked about this movie as a kid is the berserker creatures in the castle at the end. The people they drove mad by putting radioactive slugs in their head and put all this crazy armor on them. I kind of hope that he would have had a chance to
the crazy
fight
armor
one of those.
The crazy armor can make the claws.
Indeed, yeah.
So maybe that's why. What are those crazy slugs in his inside his eyes?
I suppose the slugs ate his brain so much that part of his brain turned bioluminescent and made their eyes glow like that. Would be my guess on that.
It's like glow in the dark nail polish.
Yeah. But I always really liked those characters, and I had hoped that you'd get to see the Beastmaster fight them, but you do not. He more cleverly dispatches them. Do you have any final thoughts on the Beastmaster?
Yeah, but I hope that he was gonna save that guy that was gonna turn into that guy was your favorite part.
Highly recommend for anybody who hasn't seen it. One of the best top tier sword and sorcery movies out there, right up there with the Conan movies in my book. Alright, stay tuned and I'm going to talk about the special features here in just a second. Alright, we're back for special features. So I was all ready to come on here and tell you guys that the Divimax was definitely the way to go over the Korean bootleg, but I don't know if that's really the case. So I'm going to start out first by talking about the Korean bootleg. So this is on eBay. You can get it shipped to your house from Korea for less than $5. It doesn't seem like there's much in the way of special features on it. On the back, it only has listed cast and crew synopsis, trailer, behind the scenes footage, production posters, and still galleries. But there's one thing in the editing of this case that they left off, and that is the commentary is actually on this. And in fact, this is a bootleg of the original Anchor Bay release. The only difference here is that there is some Korean text on the screen. It does autoplay Korean subtitles. You have to turn those off before you watch the movie. And the cast and crew synopsis is in Korean. Otherwise, this is the exact same thing as the original Anchor Bay release. It might stand to reason that a couple years later, when the special edition Divimax Anchor Bay came out, they would just port all the special features, it would have a better encoding, and it would be an all-around better experience. Maybe kinda. So, the image quality is brighter in the new one. I'm going to throw up a comparison here, and I'm going to talk over it. It's way easier to see stuff in the new movie. Everything's lightened up, it's easy to see, even at nighttime. But it kind of throws off the skin tones in a way that I probably wouldn't have preferred. And in fact, looking at these two things together, I think upping the brightness actually decreases the detail just a little bit in the visible range. And I actually prefer the original Anchor Bay release, or this Korean bootleg's video, better than the Divimax Special Edition. The next question I'm sure you're wondering is, why did you not get this on Blu-ray? Well, while this title is not out on Blu-ray in the United States, there's a couple foreign region releases of it though. The more readily available ones are the Spanish BDR with no special features, and the German release that carries over the commentary and has the new retrospective documentary. Of course, your throwaway special features that are on both, the cast and crew bibliography, in Korean on this one, of course, behind the scenes still galleries and production photos. Now, on the DiviMax version, you have to manually click through the behind the scenes still galleries, which is kind of annoying. On the older release, they actually put those on like a slideshow, and they throw music from the movie up behind it, and it's just a way more polished, better experience if you were one of those weirdos who would even ever look at those things. And there's actually one more thing that the older release has over the newer DivMax version. There's like a 30-minute behind-the-scenes B-roll segment with director and producer commentary that is not carried over to any future editions. It's kind of fun to have, but I don't think it is a killer concern and something you'd have to absolutely have. There's no sound, the video quality's not that great, but if you're a rabid fan, it's worth checking out. Now, on to the good stuff. So, the new version does have a 57-minute all-new documentary called The Saga of the Beastmaster. They get Mark Singer to come back and talk about the role. They get Tanya Roberts to come back and talk about the role. There is some retread from the commentary track. It's not too bad. I think with the addition of Singer and Roberts, it's definitely a worthwhile special feature. And one more thing I'll give a nod to on the new DiviMax Special Edition is that I really liked the menu setup. It had one of those nice 3D rendered menus, like someone had actually watched the film and like recreated it in the computer, and then each thing you click on goes to a different room inside the dungeon. It was kind of fun. Now the question goes, what do I recommend that people get? Well, overall, looking at everything, the best special features are probably the commentary and the newer 2005 documentary from the DiviMax edition. Those special features having been carried over to the German Blu-ray, and the German Blu-ray being region-free, that's probably the one everybody should be getting, or spend $4 and change and get the Korean bootleg. Oh, and there's one thing that the DVDs have over the Blu-ray editions that might make you lean towards DVD as opposed to getting that Blu-ray. Both versions of the DVD have an Easter egg hidden on the discs. Relatively easy to find. You can look online, tell you how to get there. And it's pretty much entirely focused on wardrobe malfunctions for Tanya Roberts and a cutscene in which she disrobes completely. That might be a killer feature for some. So I suppose I would actually recommend getting the German Blue and the Korean bootleg, because you're getting that particular special feature, you're getting the behind-the-scenes segment, you're getting the better slideshow production pictures, and then you can get the movie in high definition. So get yourself the German Blu-ray, get the cheapy Korean bootleg as just a $4 extra feature pack. Who would do that? I mean, I would do that, but I don't think normal people would buy an extra movie just for a couple extra features. Would they? No. You're a weirdo. Anyway, that about wraps it up. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day.